Namaste and welcome to our channel, Shubh and Temple. I'm very excited for today's topic because it is something that comes up quite often in our sessions and in our workshops, and that is how to hold space for your partner's unhealed traumas. So that's what we are going to talk about today. Before I get started, I encourage you to please like, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell to be alerted when we post the next video. So, what happens with couples? You know, you start in the honeymoon phase and all is well and good, and you tend to see the best in each other, and we tend to hide a lot of our flaws in the beginning. But as time progresses and we start to feel more comfortable, we start to fall back into a lot of our habitual thoughts, behaviors, and these kind of things. And then the problems and the issues begin. And oftentimes, Shubh and I will hear from the perspective of more, how do I fix my partner? How do I make them see their ways? How do I create something different in this dynamic? And the thing is that there's a much better approach to working with people when we understand that, you know, each one of us, we have our own stuff. You know, we have our own past, we have our own unhealed traumas, we have our own situations. Some of these situations that come up, if this is in a first relationship, maybe it's something surfacing, you didn't even realize that you had a hurt, that you had any kind of trauma until you came into this relationship. The thing is it's far more powerful to give your partner some space, okay? And what do I mean by giving your partner space? What I mean is, when your partner is experiencing something, maybe they're upset about something and they are projecting it onto you. Maybe it could be any number of things, the way that they're speaking with you, the way they're relating with you, just how they are dealing with their own personal life. The thing is, the number one thing we have to understand is that we cannot fix anyone else. And that this is probably the biggest challenge, the biggest hurdle for people to recognize, to realize, and to understand. Because in a lot of our sessions, people will say yes, yes, yes. They'll say that they understand, but then we'll just go back into the dynamic. Okay, now tell me, what can I do to heal him or her? How can I? So it's like there's a very disempowering approach to the relationship. And a lot of it is a manifestation of probably a dynamic that we entered into as a child ourselves. Because many of the people we work with, there's something that we're attracting, these repeated dynamics that tend to just, we end up attracting more of the same type of dynamic. In the beginning, it seems like it's all better, but then we fall back into the same behaviors, the same types of relationship dynamic. And Many times people ask us, why do I keep attracting the same kind of person? And we want to label them, we want to diagnose them, we want to put them in some kind of box. And yet, the most effective thing is just to give them space. It's to realize what is happening when our partner is wanting to engage us in some type of relationship dynamic. It's us. We have to take back our own power, and we have to recognize and realize what is happening in the moment, and we need to put that space there instead of reacting out of whatever the emotion. It could be anger, it could be fear, whatever that emotion is. Just to take a pause, take some breaths, maybe disengage from the conversation or what's happening in the moment, just to go meditate, gain a little bit more perspective on exactly what is happening in the relationship, so that you can come back and respond in a way that you think is going to be fruitful and is going to be loving. And when I say loving, I mean loving of the other person and also balanced with the love of yourself. It can't be either or. You don't want to sacrifice your own well-being for that of your partner, and then at the same time, you don't want to just react out of anger when there's an opportunity. Whenever someone's mistreating you, it's an opportunity for you to really develop and grow yourself. And why do I say that? It's a wonderful time to get clear on your boundaries. It's a wonderful time to get clarity of really being present to what is happening, and to be able to grow in your ability to speak the truth in love. You want to keep the love there, but you also want to keep that boundary there, and you always want to speak like how you deserve to be treated. So this is a wonderful practice. When someone is coming at you and they're yelling at you, maybe you understand this person's just projecting onto me something that happened in the past, and you understand it. Then you can come back and say, if you want to talk about this, go and do what you need to do, calm down, and then come back when you're feeling, because I don't enjoy having a conversation when I feel like you're yelling at me. And if you feel like that's even gonna draw more of a response, you don't need to say anything. You can just take your space for a while. Just give it some space. Just sit silent. And many times, just in our silence, it's enough to bring someone back down, to diffuse the situation. And I think that is a great tool to help the other person without trying to fix them, without trying to entangle ourselves into whatever's happening. We can instead just hold the space, do what we need to do, continue to ask the question, what do I need to do for myself? How do I need to protect my own energy? How do I need to protect my own peace? What is going to be the loving thing for myself? And also, what can I do for this person that is loving, but also allowing them to own whatever is happening in their own reality in that particular moment? Because many times it can be something totally different than what you're experiencing. Okay? So I hope this has helped you today. I would encourage you to please leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts about this. And if you have a topic suggestion, I would love to know that as well. And I will see you again soon. Good night.